Alright, what's up guys? So, Hot T, she has uploaded a video titled, I watched Trisha Paytas' new video about Gabbie Hanna, so you don't have to. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video. I don't be just randomly going to, I didn't even know she had a new video out about Gabbie Hanna, so I'm like, I come to videos, well, I'm a big fan. I love Hot T's videos. Ray, she always be doing good videos, so I'm like, the times where I do want to, like, learn what's going on another side of YouTube, and it's like, talking on things like this, I'm like, yeah, I always go to Ray's channel. But yeah, guys, if you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to her channel, Hot T, her personal channel, Ray Rahimi, and her business channel, Build Your Pocket. And yeah, and that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So Trisha Paytas posted a new video back from their 5-day hiatus from YouTube.
Dang,
but to be honest, I personally
long?
was just like so lazy to watch it because it's like an hour-long video. So
Yeah,
I figured,
like, dang.
hey, if I don't feel like watching it, there are probably other people who feel the same but also want to kind of know the tea, if that makes sense. So I thought I'd make a summary of the video. However, the last time I summarized a Trisha Paytas video, they copyright striked my channel 40 times in a row, so I got to be kind of real careful with this one.
Oh, wow.
But before we get into it, make sure that you guys subscribe to this channel, turn on your post notifications.
It's like, even if it's like, my thing is like, that's what I would do. I'll just kind of take like images of the video and then just like, okay, so at this part she talked on this, at this part she was talking on this. Like, even you could get a copyright claim or strike from that. I'm like, that's crazy.
Give this video a thumbs up. Alright, let's get into it. Trisha's new video is called This Week Was a Mess. They start talking about how they had a really tough time earlier this week because they felt like the entire world was caving in on them for some reason. They started panicking about everything going on in their life, from Moses leaving them, or frenemies being taken away from them, or their music video that's currently in production collapsing.
I really am happy in life right now, and I'm always like scared once I'm happy in life, something comes along and like just knocks me in my chin, right? So I'm always just like, no, everything's good, everything's fine.
Trisha says that their brain goes into a state of alternate reality whenever they feel extremely threatened by someone, and they never stated any names, but I think it can be inferred that they're talking about Gabbie Hanna because earlier this week, Trisha tweeted, I was willing to forgive disclosing information about my sexual health to my partner, which she had zero knowledge of and was incorrect, but triggering my schizophrenia while it was a fresh diagnosis was beyond forgivable. I tried to move past it so many times and she kept pushing. It's proven she creates false narratives, and someone with a sound mind would find this troubling. So imagine how someone currently struggling, trying to keep intrusive thoughts at bay, is triggered. I've been very nice / very respectful about the podcast and about all of this stuff. I don't wish her any ill will. She was super kind in person. I understood her more as someone who's been hurt a lot in her past, but I can't put myself in a position of someone twisting reality. If you're not completely up to date with everything going on with Gabbie Hanna, I've made several videos on it, so make sure to check those out. But basically, Gabbie came out on her Patreon saying that she was trolling this entire time, and people are now furious because, like, what the
I just like realized that. Sorry to cut you off, Ray, but I just realized that maybe it's because like the camera is like zoomed in, but like if this was like the actual like side, this girl was all the way on the other side of the camera dancing, and it was like, you can still see her in the reflection of the shower, I think. Yeah, but it's like, I don't know what was this video all about, her dancing in the bathroom, but I'm like, that creeped me out. Like, if y'all couldn't tell if I was creeped out in that last video, I was getting pretty creeped out with her doing them dances and stuff. So
that doesn't excuse
once again,
you
feeling that
literally
same
causing
way.
damage to other people's mental health, On my last video on her, someone commented, imagine triggering someone to hallucinate voices that tell them to kill themselves to the point where they're begging you to stop, and then you go, it's just a prank. Imagine being that insane. And someone else commented, none of the things Gabbie has done or said are in any way defendable by mental illness, and even less defensible by calling whatever is going on trolling. None of what she is doing is acceptable. She has psychologically harmed at least one person, but I wouldn't be surprised if it hasn't hurt more. I'm no Trisha stan, however, I have seen their pleas for Gabbie to stop. The whole thing was heartbreaking to watch. I just hope they're okay and are taking care of their mental health. Back to the video, Trisha talks about how that relates to their recent diagnosis with schizophrenia and also having this feeling of being judged by the friends and family, which they do realize that it's kind of like an unwarranted concern because they've been so supportive of her throughout this entire process. They go into more detail about the intrusive thoughts and voices that they've been hearing lately as a result of certain triggers, which they don't feel comfortable sharing online because people tend to try to use them against them at some point. Trisha also touches on their gender pronouns. They talk about how although they do not identify with any gender, they don't expect others to just know their pronouns or even be able to change really quickly to use their correct pronouns. They do get a little bit triggered sometimes when people use she, her pronouns, but it's also really hard for them to explain to their friends and family, so they're not 100% adamant on correcting everyone at this moment in time.
I present really feminine, right? So I don't blame people when they call me she, her. It does not offend me. I like they, them. I love that the whole internet, I said this before, like this new wave of people can really like understand and grasp it and get it, but there's still a whole wave of people who can't.
So when people do use they, them pronouns, it just means a lot to them. They also want to clarify that they're not in any way identifying as non-binary for attention, and this is something that they've been feeling since childhood.
In childhood, like the she, her was something that I wanted to escape more than anything. The she, her, bike shorts in gym class, swimsuits at swim time, the way my body developed, it was agony. It was agony to be her, to be she, to be a girl. Like it was, I hated it.
They get emotional talking about their childhood and how they've always wanted to escape this.
Yeah, I try to like correct myself on that. It's because I'm like, it's not even so much as like, I'm not trying to be that person. I'm like, oh, I came from a day and age where none of that. Like, no, it straight up slips my mind. Like, I was like trying to like, you know, like piecing it all together because it was like when, even when Ray was all like saying like, oh, they not realizing like now putting two to two together. I'm like, oh, I now see what she's doing. So I'm like, well, see what Ray is doing. So I try to correct myself, and you know, if there is ever a time where I don't, or I just get caught slipping, I'm like, look, I'm a little bit slow in the head, so I'm like, I will try to remember. But if it's something I'm not like seeing on a regular basis, then I'm gonna get caught slipping sometimes. So I will try to remember to, you know, refer to Trisha as like they and them and stuff, you know, to make this like situation better. But anyways,
this girly feminine side of them.
Sorry.
And at some point people would make fun of them and call them a man in school.
I realized like that felt better to me. Like they left me alone. I was fine with that. I was happy with that bullying, I guess.
Trisha said that they like playing characters and dressing up, but that's really just the extent of it. And when Trisha first met Moses, they thought that his obsession with water was ridiculous, but now they completely understand. Moses himself actually posted a TikTok of her saying this, saying, "My heart just melted. I'm so happy to hear this."
Like, honestly, when I first met Moses, I really thought him and his idea of water and obsession with water was so dumb. I was like, you're weird. I didn't think it was dumb. Oh, I didn't think it was dumb. But then I went to like, okay, I love him, so I'm just gonna be like, you know what, I'm glad he has a passion. Okay. I really go along with his the idea that we're all water, we're all just fluid beings. Doesn't that blow your mind? It blows my mind that I was like, wait, he's been saying we're all water, we're all fluid beings for so long. His name when I met him on Instagram was Clear Being. That's literally me. I'm literally just fluid. And Moses like accepts it and understands everything, including my gender. So when he did that thing about when he loves me, I hate all men, and I was just like, God, he gets it. He gets it so much. And
side note, Gabbie Hanna liked this tweet about Trisha's pronouns saying, "How is Gabbie getting shredded for not keeping up with someone's pronouns when that person doesn't even stay consistent with them? People are really sliding with, I thought I'm not really talented, so maybe I just need to offend as many people as possible to get money." Then Trisha moves on to talk about how the past 24 hours leading up to the time that they filmed the video were very scary for them, starting with a fire near their area, which led them to having to evacuate.
That's crazy living in them California areas. That's what I'm like, I like California, but them forest fires, man, they're crazy. It's like if I was getting affected by them forest fires and I live out here in Seattle, and it's like, fam. Because remember last year? Last year was just crazy with them forest fires, like, bruh. That's wild. Yeah, hopefully everybody's okay.
They were also very sick from their second dose of the vaccine. They also talk about having an abnormality on their neck. Trisha went to multiple doctors and did multiple tests, but thankfully the doctors weren't concerned about it enough to get a biopsy. But yeah, the entire process and everyone in their lives concerned about it was just a huge contributing factor to the amount of stress that Trisha endured. They did have an abnormal EKG test, and that's why they drastically reduced the amount of fast food that they're consuming recently. And the reason why they don't like talking about health issues to other people, and especially on the internet, is that when all these people give a myriad of conflicting opinions, they get even more overwhelmed and stressed out.
It's just a lot because I'm already stressing about my own health, so then to have other people stress about it, it's just something that's been weighing so heavy on me. So once I heard and then my mom and sister too have been like bringing it up, and then I have to hear it now and this, and then all the comments, I was just like
And then Trisha moves on to talk about their new medication, which they also don't really want to talk about because of their stance on taking medications for mental illness. They're being very closely monitored, and it's a really small dose. And then they move on to talk about their new merch and upcoming collabs for a bit. And then Trisha ends off the video acknowledging the fact that they've always been very insensitive towards mental health issues in the past, but they've grown so much since then.
And I'm not talking about trans disassociating, because honestly those were things that I actually had really issues with. I just didn't I didn't convey myself right. I still stand by, those weren't meant to harm or offend, and if I can see how they did, and now that's why I'm so careful with my verbiage, and I'm like really thankful that people pointed that out because I understood now like how it was offensive.
They're currently doing therapy 3 times a week and are also planning on doing cognitive group therapy in order to help them see how they react to things and learn how to.
It's crazy. It's like Trisha Paytas. I mean, she honestly, I'm like, I see nothing but good hopes for them. I do, because it's like with all this stuff that went down the past, like I would like to think, Trisha is just on, the right path and things, That's the case. Happy for him.
Better be able to react. And this video definitely did have an overwhelmingly positive response from viewers. One person commented, "I hope they realize how much they're helping mental illness be less stigmatized by talking openly about their struggles." Another person commented, "I've identified as non-binary for 2 years now, and I've never heard anybody vocalize gender dysphoria as eloquently and accurately as Trisha has. It's really affirming to have a big non-binary personality on the internet who I can identify with." And lastly, another user commented, "I honestly did not understand Trisha and Moses until they explained it the way they did in this video. How Moses has this core belief that humans are fluid like water, and that's how he understands Trisha so well. They really are perfect for each other." Alright you guys, that was it for today's video. I really hope you guys found it helpful. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I post new videos every single week. I'll now leave you guys with a video of Gabbie Hanna dancing her heart away.
Nah, I'm not watching that. Like, the video done creeped me out one too many times. I'm like, is that honestly the video though? I'm like just doing that thing at the bottom, but yeah. Can't watch that. I'm sorry, but I'm like, that video it creeps me out. But anyways, yeah, it's it's good to see Trisha Paytas in a like good state where it's like they ain't beefing with everybody possible and things. So it's good. It's good to see that. And Gabbie, on the other hand, I'm like, hey yo, just don't do no more creepy bathroom dances. But anyways, this was a pretty good video. Shout out to Hot Tea. If you guys haven't, make sure you go subscribe to her and show her love, support, do what you can. Also, make sure you subscribe to her second channel, Ray Rahimi, and her business channel, Build Your Pocket. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.